Welcome to Nifty Notions from So Very Easy. Today, your nifty notion you cannot buy in a quilt store and you cannot buy it in a fabric store. You're going to have to go shopping in the hardware store. You get this in the section where their carpenters are going to have their carpenter squares. It is a very long yardstick. It measures 48 inches and it's 2 inches wide. It's also 3 millimeters thick. That is the same thickness as a cutting ruler. Not that I would use this edge with my rotary cutter. Because it is metal, it could really dull your blade quickly, and when you nick it, you're going to nick it really good. Where the plastic or the acrylic is a lot more gentle. But you can still use it for squaring up your quilts and measuring your very large blocks. You can use this ruler with a cutting ruler together. I can put this edge along a straight edge, and I can have that cutting ruler follow this straight edge, and I would be able to just cut following that edge. So depending on the size of the ruler you have, you will have to adjust your big metal ruler. But once this metal ruler is lined up, you're going to be able to use this as a slide and cut a very long 48-inch edge without having to move the ruler. The edge, however, can be used to mark your quilts. Because we have a 2-inch by 48 inches, we're going to be able to do a nice long mark without having to move a ruler. So for marking, this is going to be very handy. When taking a long measurement, it's also going to work. It's just a lot sturdier than a tape measure. Now the rulers are going to come a little bit different depending on the brands. Some have the measurements on both sides, and I have the measurements starting from one going in one direction and one going in the other direction. Some of them are the same, and some will have markings on the back. I've also seen them that they're a little bit thinner. If you have a choice, I do find the thicker one is better. 24-inch rulers are great, but if you have space, a 48-inch ruler is really great. So if you have the space in your sewing room, this is a great nifty notion for squaring up your blocks, marking your quilts, and well, I'm sure we can find lots of reasons to have this very large ruler in a sewing room. Thank you for joining me today on So Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe, and as always, come on back. Let's see what we're sewing or not sewing next time in the sewing room. Bye for now.